name and check-in question. Not to put you on the spot. Do you want to come up with a check-in question, or should I come up with one?
You can come up.
Okay, yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. So let's do name, and I'm thinking of Christy and the baking. Current favorite baked good. Okay, so this is our introduction and our check-in. Name and favorite baked good. Who wants to start? Catherine.
Hi, my name is Catherine, and I think my always favorite baked good is like chocolate chip cookies straight out of the oven. Like you just can't go wrong with them.
Okay.
I can go.
Thank you.
I'm Adrian, and I made lemon lavender shortbread cookies one time, and they were very
Wow.
good.
I'm Benjamin, and I love it when my mom makes banana bread.
I'm Callum, and ham and cheese croissant.
Oh, yeah. I wish I did.
I'm Josie, and this is unoriginal, but when my mom makes chocolate chip cookies, there's a specific recipe that just always hits the spot.
I'm Lourdes, and me and my mom make chocolate and ginger cookies.
Are you taking notes on this?
I'm thinking about it too.
I'm gonna have to go with chocolate chip cookies also, or banana bread.
And your name is?
My name is Cole.
My name is Jason, and I also like the chocolate chip cookies, but I like mine with the raisins in it.
No.
I love that.
You're right. I can't yuck your yum. That's not fair. My name is Courtney. I think that I had this baked good made by Anna Thornton that was called a Derby pie, which was like a giant chocolate chip cookie with walnuts, and it was like pecan pie at the same time. I had never had it until this week.
My name's Fiona, and I really like angel food cake.
Oh yeah.
My name's Emmy, and I love scones, like blueberry scones.
My name's Abigail, and either chocolate chip cookies or a lemon bar.
My name's Isabel. I really like carrot cake.
I like that.
My name's Swada. I don't know what this is, but Sam Goldberg, who's in our grade, works at a bakery, and he always brings in these like cookies. They're not regular cookies. He always gives me one. I don't know what they are, but they're like my favorite thing ever. I have no idea what's in them. They're really good though. Yeah.
My name is Darby, and I think my favorite baked good is gingerbread. My mom has this recipe that's amazing.
My name is Ola, and my favorite baked good is chocolate chip cookies, but I don't like cooking them. I just like eating the dough. I don't know if that's a baked good, but that's how I prefer it.
Good.
Yeah.
Pre-baked good.
My name is Everett, and I think pumpkin pie.
My name's Ori. I have a lot of favorites, but right now apple pie.
I'm Natasha, and I was also going to say pumpkin pie.
About fruit pie.
Yeah.
Thanks, you all. So, Jason, they know a lot about you already. And I think we've been in hot debate about how to run these sessions with guest speakers. We did a lot of processing on Monday. I'm not totally sure how it's going to go. Normally we just do Q&A, but is there anything you want to share with them before they start offering their questions to you?
I'll probably forget your guys' names because I know how not good at remembering, really. So forgive me on that ahead of time.
That's the least we can do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what do you all think? Do you want to? I'm hoping you're ready. Anybody feel like you have a kickoff question you want to offer up?
And also, don't think any question is dumb. So you can say anything. I'm an open book.
I guess I can start. My question sort of starts chronologically at the beginning of your process with incarceration.
Can you tell me your name again, Dad?
I'm Isabel. And my question is, so obviously there's sort of a self-defense almost aspect into the crime you committed. Was that ever part of a defense? What was your experience like working with a public defender? Did you immediately take a plea deal? How sort of was the process before you were incarcerated?
Okay. So when I committed my crime, at the beginning, I already knew I did it. It wasn't like somebody else did it, none of that. So I tried to plead guilty at first, but they said I couldn't plead guilty at a preliminary hearing, which was the first stages of your hearing. And so the next time it was time for me to prove, to go to the board to say guilty or innocent, I had a lawyer, which was a public defender, that told me I should say I was innocent. And that's what I did, because all this was going on, whatever my lawyer said. And at the time, I had a public defender, and somebody that I had, like, for trying to be a witness for me, he was also a juvenile, so they gave me a different attorney, which was supposed to be like an outside appointed attorney type deal. And he was supposed to be better than a street appointed, I don't know. But I still ended up getting a life sentence in the end, so it didn't do me no justice. But the process, it was emotionally, like, mind wrecking, because you don't know what's going to happen to your life, because at the time I didn't know I was getting a life sentence. I just knew that I was going to go to prison for a long time. I just didn't know how long yet. And so it was just all the emotional stuff I was going through at the time. Like feeling alone in this journey that I was going through, because I didn't feel like nobody understood how I was feeling at this time, because nobody was in here for a crime like this. I was the only one in the whole juvenile hall. Even when I went to the county, I was the whole person in the whole county jail that shot a police officer. So I was different from everybody inside there. You know what I mean? So I felt like nobody was like me. So I was an outsider. You understand what I'm saying? Any other questions? Did I answer your question?
I did, thank you.
Thank you.
This is kind of building off that, what you said about being the only one who committed that crime. How are you treated when people found out what you were in there for?
You talking about the juvenile hall? Because I went from different states. I went from juvenile hall, county jail, to prison. And so,
any or all of them you would want to talk to?
Okay, the only ones really knew my crime was people in the juvenile hall, because it was the county thing. They treated me like that's him. He the one did it. So people coming to my cell, like people that actually worked, like teachers, they was coming to see me. I was like a, I don't know, you could call it a celebrity. I don't know what you want to call it, but they was really excited about seeing me. Like, oh, here he is. Every time I was walk somewhere, I was getting pointed at, because I was different from everybody. And so after a while, even when I went to prison, like people that I met inside of, I didn't go around telling people so people didn't know I was in prison for it. But when I seen people that knew me from my city, they treated me like a superstar. They treated me like a celebrity every time. Like, oh, you're Jason Samuel. They want to shake my hand, give me a hug. They was really into, and mind you, I probably never even know this person or ever even seen this person in my life, but they just know the story. So different people, the polices that was inside, they didn't never try to do anything to me. I don't know if it was out of fear or respect, but I never got harassed by the police about the crime, never.
You mean, and when you say police, you guys get like COs?
COs.
Yeah.
Should I just jump in? I was curious, you were saying you were treated like a celebrity. How did how you were treated by others alter, influence your perception of yourself? Like, did you feel like a celebrity?
At first, I didn't know how to take it. Like, to be honest with you, I just act like it never even happened. I shake the person's hand, and it made me feel good that people wanted to be around me. But it happened so much that you become like you become numb to it. Like it don't matter anymore, because it's like you getting up, putting on your shoes. It's something you're gonna hear or something you're gonna it's just regular stuff now. But then I just didn't really know how to take it, so I just ignored it. That's all I really did. I ignored it, because to me, I didn't do nothing that was. To me, it wasn't prideful. I thought it was prideful at the time, but I knew it really wasn't. I thought I was getting treated, because every time I seen somebody that they was asking me why I did it. They wasn't saying, right on, bro, that was a good job, that's what these, they wasn't saying none of that shit. Everybody was asking me why. You know what I mean? Why? Why? I mean, that was the only question I was getting. Like, damn. I'm like, that ain't what I was expecting. You know, so my mentality changed because I seen the world was looking at me different. You understand what I'm saying? I'm thinking like myself, I'm a soldier. I done put in work around here. Y'all sucker ass niggas. But they ain't looking at me like this motherfucker crazy. He done shot the police. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, I have to re-examine my whole perception of how the society really look at me now. You understand? So I had to dig deep and understand that I was different. I really was different. You know what I mean? Like, damn. But I wasn't gonna let that hold me back, keep me in prison. So I ended up educating myself while I was in prison because I seen something different. I didn't want to be stuck in this cycle of dying in prison and of gang stuff. So I wanted to lead that mentality because people that I was growing up with that was still out, they was dying out there. They out there getting killed at 14, 13, 12 years old. So I'm like, damn, if I was out there, I probably would have been dead too. So I needed to take the opportunity while I was still alive to better myself. And so I'm here today.
In the Ear Hustle episode we listened to, you mentioned how you kind of thought of the police when you were younger as another gang, but like a more organized gang. I'm wondering if we can hear a little bit more about your thinking around that and maybe how it's changed or if it hasn't changed, like how you view the police.
Yeah, right now I'm doing a speech on that right now. I'm taking it in San Diego State. And that's what I'm writing about right now, that I felt like the police are a gang because you look up the word, if you look up the word gang in the dictionary, it's a saying in there that intimidation is a part of, you use intimidation, a group of people that use intimidation to prove a point. And that's what the police do. They use the dogs, sick people, the sick kids. So when I come up in no regular city like this. I came up in Kern County, and where it's really like poor, like it's really not stuff going on. It's kind of like living in the Tenderloins out there. And so police come out there because that's the only way they can get paid or go up in their rent, in their pay is to arrest people. That's how they get paid. They arrest. That's how you get paid. You make arrests. So they can't make arrests in the neighborhoods where there's no crime, or with nobody doing nothing. So they come where everybody's trying to make a hustle by stealing or doing something wrong that they ain't supposed to be doing because they ain't got the money to do it. So they come down here to make the arrest that they need to move up in their system. And I understand this now because I was in prison studying and learning and understanding the world better. But before then, I just thought, hey, I was a black man that was picking on me because I was, black and in the ghetto, which is somewhat true. But ultimately is they need to make these busters, they need to make arrests to pay their rent, And so my theory has not changed, not even a little bit, about police at all. I still talk to, I had speeches with a retired officer and one that's still working, and they're still not trying to change. They still are on the same way that they're feeling about people like that's in the communities. They don't understand that they don't feel like everybody can change. They feel like once you're doing something bad, there's no coming back from it. And I'm trying to change the perception on people because I feel everybody can change. I feel everybody can do something good with themselves. They just got to believe it in themselves first. Because if you don't believe it, I don't care who else believes it, you got to believe it for yourself. And so a lot of people never thought I would get out of prison because I shot the police. Nobody, still people don't even know. They were like, damn, you out, they let you out. They like, so you have to be what you want to be for yourself. And so I understand that the police have to do their job, but I understand that a lot of them abuse their job at the same time. And so what I'm trying to preach is de-escalation training, because they are targeting like the ghettos. So they need to know how to deal with people when you're dealing with them. So I'm trying to get them to come out to the communities, to do things in the communities, get to know the people in the communities. Because when you get to know the people in the community, it's hard to arrest somebody you watch grow up, in the community. So it's a different feel. with the officers, because right now even the community don't want to even let the officers in because they don't trust the police. So there got to be some type of bridge for that to happen, which got to be like a church setting or something like that, where people was comfortable of first being around each other. You know what I mean? It got to be a neutral setting first, you know? And so, yeah, my views are still the same. I just want to use my story to better the solution, because it needs to be better out here. Because I don't want to be coming to do a speech and get killed on the way here because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? That's not fair to me. So for me to use this platform to change the laws for the better, that's what I'm trying to do.
Thank you.
I'm wondering sort of just what the healing process looked like for both you, Tom, and Christy, and just like what kind of helped your relationship blossom into what it is today.
Yeah, the healing process for us was unique when I can say that. First was me and Tom, our relationship, you know, he was more different. You know, he was really already kind of willing to forgive me, but he still wanted me punished or inside the prison. Christy, she didn't want me, she wasn't forgiving or anything at first until actual me and Tom met, and she seen the sincerity in me, and then our conversations, sit down as adults, getting to know one each other, and that's how our relationship was growing. The more you around a person, the more you talk to a person, that's how you connect with them. But if I'm not sitting here talking to you every day or trying to get to know you, I can never build a bond with you because I won't have no feelings for you like that because I don't know nothing about you. But if I know your mama name, I know your whole family, your sister, you got brother, you got, you see what you like to do, you like to play volleyball, you like to do this. If I know all these things about you, then I know her, then I'm gonna be hard to do something bad to you because I know you. I got a connection with you, whether you know it or not. You understand what I'm saying? But people don't go around trying to be friends with people. Even I don't do it. But understand it's a purpose. It needs to happen. People needs to reach out to people that don't look like them or do look like them and treat them better than what they usually do, because we kind of treat each other not cool. You feel me? And even when I was growing up, we bagged on people all the time. We talked about their clothes, we didn't have the right. We did a lot of, like unfair stuff to us. And that messed with your mental coming up as a kid. Now you thinking about all the stuff this person said. Now you carrying around this with this all your life. But none of it's really true, unless you make it true. You understand what I'm saying? But if we going around complimenting people, telling them good things that we do like about them and not what we don't, then they're gonna have that same, they're gonna have that confidence that they need to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? If you do something, if you see somebody doing good, they're like, oh, I wanna do that, I wanna do something good for somebody else. And then make it be a butterfly effect. And that's what I try to do. I try to do something good so that somebody see me and they wanna do the same thing. I don't probably never even see them do it, but I know somebody gonna see me do it and wanna do it because I know how people mind work. Cause I read books, I sit down and I got to understand the mom. And so, I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm wondering, kind of adding on to that, how have your opinions and views changed and shifted and grown as you've gotten to know Tom and Christy, and how has you started to talk about like going to schools and presenting your story, and I think you do that with Tom, so how has that been a part of your relationship and helped you two both grow and change as well?
Yeah, I guess us talking together has like shown him like what he always already seen in me before I got out of prison, because he's seen my value as a person, as a human being. And that's what made him want to give me this opportunity so I can be out here to be able to share my story to help somebody else's life to change, don't have to go to the same situation. And so when we sit down and doing this together, that's a pride for him and for me also, because I get this opportunity to do it with him, to make him proud, to make her proud. And so that's why I like to do that, and it brings us all together as one. You know, we're doing something good for the community. You know what I'm saying? And that's what helps see other people, when the other people see something like that, it's life changing situation. We're like, man, if these people can do it, maybe other people can do it. And so that's what and that's the ultimate goal, is to use our story to make something good come out of it. And so we sit down and we give advice to the kids if they need it. We talk to them, whatever they need, we try to give it to them. Not just the kids, but the guys inside it, because they still go inside the prisons and talk and tell a story to the guys that's inside, because those guys really need to hear something positive too, you know. So, and that's something they would have never even done if we never even would have sat down and talked and got to know each other and seen, because they didn't know no other inmate besides me. And so now they know a whole lot of them, and they get changing people's lives with the story now. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, thank you.
I can ask another question, unless anyone else wants to go. So we read a little bit about the work that you were doing in San Francisco and with Health Rights 360. Can you talk a little bit about why you chose to do that work after being incarcerated and the impact it's having on the broader community?
You talking about the work, my job?
Mm-hmm.
So I work at 5 Keys for a program called 5 Keys, and it's a shelter in place because of the COVID. And it was a lot of, 5 Keys was like a school first, you know, like in the county jails or something. And then they expanded to do the shelters. And I ended up knowing somebody that worked there, was the director, and got a job there. Before then, I was working as in San Francisco as a healthcare provider, working for Homebridge, which I basically help people that couldn't help themselves to clean their rooms, shop for them, whatever. And so I was doing a lot more work doing that one. Then at this shelter, it was less work. All I had to do was open up doors and feed the people that was there. And so it was more easier work for me to do, and I was getting paid the same amount of money. And I was helping people at the same time. And so it really grounds you mentally, like doing something, helping people. Because like, I don't feel like all the time I had to help when I needed it. And so when I try to help as many people as because I can't help everybody. I know that I'm not ignorant to that, but I try to help the people that I feel that they need help, and that's gonna use it for, because some people are not gonna change. They still gonna use drugs and do what they do. But eventually, hopefully, they got enough good in their life where they see like, man, this is more than this life, than this drugs, and want to do something better for themselves. Because ultimately, that's what you want for the person to want something better for themselves. So you try to reach out to them, talk to them, to connect with them, for them to something to click in their mind to like, man, I can do something good. And because a lot of people don't feel like they have a purpose, and you can click something in their mind to make them feel like they have a purpose. And now you see this person again, and you know they're doing something better for themselves. So that's really the whole point. And to like, for me, like I think my purpose is to help other people. So that's what I try to do, like help other people as much as I can, because that's my purpose. That's why I keep the jobs like I do, because I think that's my purpose in life, to continue to help people.
Thank you.